Probably not. What's up, everybody?
Boom, yeah.
Welcome to 4 of 4.
Dang straight, yeah.
The 1 of 1. 1 of 1, 2 of 2, 3 of 3, 4 of 4. So it's day 4 on your escapades there. How's it going so
Yeah,
far?
so far so good. How about you?
Yeah, you haven't talked your significant other into it yet? It's going good for me, I think.
No, that's not going to happen.
She's not going to do it?
No, they like snacks.
Yeah. You can have snacks. You just got to change. You just might. I mean, depending on what kind of snacks you want, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I changed my snacks. I changed them to nuts and dried fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that the other day, too. Dried fruit and nuts instead of candy.
Yeah. And I made sure to not cheat on the bag because they cheat on them bags.
What do you mean?
Like if you read the bag, you gotta make sure you buy like the unsweetened trail mix.
Yeah. Well, I think you can have some sugar. It's just like you can't get the ones with the candy in it.
Yeah, the candy
like
in it.
That's what I decided for me was my thing. If it had candy in it, then I couldn't eat it,
right.
Or I couldn't eat the candy. But yeah, so I got the kind without. But
and yeah, you just look at the fruit too. Like that's my thing too. Like I look at the fruit to make sure it's not like.
It's not
sugar,
spelled FROO2.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
FROOT.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a crystal cube.
The cranberry has an extra R in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheese with a Z.
Mongo.
Yeah, Mongo,
like
not mangoes.
M.
Yeah.
Mongo.
You never know anymore. That's what they do. That's what they do to us. You know, they like just put out this food and they're just like, well, you guys can just eat it, you know?
Yeah. Just buy
just
it,
get
eat
sick,
it, good.
Eat it, get sick, and then what? Then take these pills.
Right.
And repeat. You know? It's crazy. Hopefully that'll change soon. But
right.
Today we're going to go into what's in Mountain Dew. You guys can't really see that because of the green screen. But I have one. Now, this was drank before we started this. I just pulled it out of our studio trash can over there. I also got a Monster can that I'll probably end up doing tomorrow or another day. It's funny. It's like all
hollow inside.
Yeah, but my arm isn't behind it. You see that? Like it's showing the background.
Right.
So it's kind of like my arm isn't existent.
Oh, dang. Magic trick.
Yeah. You'd think after like 200 episodes, we'd not be still amazed at the green screen. But,
hey,
you know, it's the simple things.
It's the small things in life.
All right. So what we have today, we got this... Here, I got this all set up here. I forgot I got to do that. Okay. So this is from MountainDewFandom.com up here. And
that's where you could get definitely guys who are love of the drink. Yeah. I mean, fandom. Like,
I mean, I just like it was easier to copy and paste all these ingredients in than rather than typing them in one by one.
Right.
So I looked this up and that's what I found. But what I'm reading here on the bottle is that. And we're in America, and it says this, the first ingredient here is sugar. But then it says replaced by high fructose corn syrup in much of the United States. Can you get sugared Mountain Dews?
Yeah, the Mexican ones?
Well, I know the Mexican ones, but according to this, it almost looks like some places actually put sugar in it and not high fructose corn syrup.
We better Google that out. See, where in America... the posh Mountain Dew's from.
In much of the United States.
Right.
So, I don't know. So, apparently, you get Mountain Dew in England or whatever, and there's sugar in it, probably. Mexico. Right. So, how come they don't do the high fructose corn syrup?
I don't know. When I drank Mountain Dew overseas, it came, particularly in Germany, it was actually clear. And not yellow. The bottle was yellow.
Because they couldn't have the yellow 5? The Germans are like, we're not drinking that.
That's
What's
bad.
wrong with you guys?
But that's kind of how it is, though, too, when you go to other countries. Like, the pop will be just a little bit off, but it will still be, like, kind of on. But
It's like because it has sugar in it and not high fructose corn syrup.
In Bulgaria, the pop was a lot better. I'm like, oh, this pop is good. Yeah, Coca-Cola was
so
like
they put
the
cocaine
bomb.
in it?
I
Is that
don't
why?
know. Yeah. It was super flavorful.
Yeah, you guys are all jacked up on cocaine, not Mountain Dew. So that's interesting that it says that on here, and the bottle I have says high fructose corn syrup, which is obviously probably not good for you. We're not going to go into that one, I guess, because like that one should be kind of it's self-explanatory to me. I guess the point of this was I want to learn.
Yeah, we're learning about what's in the cola.
We can all learn together. So the next one, concentrated orange juice. I'm also not going to go through. Citric acid, I think that's just vitamin C, isn't it?
Citric acid is vitamin C, and it's also used as a preservative.
All right. Natural flavors, we don't know what that is because it just says natural flavors, so whatever. Sodium benzenate, I think that's where we start.
Yeah.
So what I've pulled up Wikipedia on all of these. So we'll start with the sodium benzenate, and we'll read together and see what we can learn here. So sodium benzenate, also known as benzenate of soda, is the sodium salt of benzoic acid, widely used as a food preservative with an E number of E211.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
E211, so that just is how many moles it has, how many molecules it's hanging out. So see how this picture right here?
Yeah.
See how those are? That's how it binds with everyone.
Okay.
So with the E211, it's just going to be more friendly to bind with these guys, sharing a covalent bond.
All right. So, it's also a pickling agent.
Yeah.
It appears as a white crystalline chemical with the formula that. So
right there.
It looks like cocaine.
The top bubble. Yeah, that's it up there.
I can zoom in and stuff.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, does that make you think of Bulgaria?
No, but makes
doesn't remind you of
pickling
anything?
agent. Wow, how about that?
It doesn't remind you of overseas?
No. Look at that. What is that? See right there. That's what I want to look at. Right there. The C6H4 to the left a little bit. There you go. Nice.
Oh, the C6H5COOH.
Yeah. Then the carbon.
Well, that's what it. Where were we? No, this is production. So it says sodium benzenate is commonly produced by the neutralization of sodium hydroxide with benzoic acid, which is itself produced commercially by partial oxidation of toluene with oxygen.
Okay.
What's toluene? What does that mean exactly?
Well, toluene is another chemical, and they oxidize it with the oxygen, so that's where it picks up that OH.
Okay.
So the C6H5CO is just chilling, and then they hit it with the O2, and it picks up the OH. It gets another hydrogen on there too.
All right. Sodium benzenate can be decarboxylated with strong base and heat, yielding benzene. So basically, what does that mean, though? It's a pickling agent. Is it good for you or not, do you think?
No.
Like, what does it do to you?
Well, just like it says in there, it's acidic, and so it definitely wants to break up those hydrocarbons or those covalent bonds and take the place.
I don't know what that means, though. It's still
so
confusing.
Where your water is inside your blood cells, since we're mostly made out of water, this stuff will just hit your ride.
It just takes place of the water.
It attaches to it. Yeah. So if you get enough of it, I guess you could pickle yourself. So if you technically did drink enough Mountain Dew,
so is it like salt?
It is a salt. Yeah.
It's like a salt. It's like kind of doing the same thing that kind of like a salt would do.
It does, but it's like an acidic salt.
Okay. All right. So probably not great to drink then.
No.
You would think. Maybe. And this isn't medical advice.
Yeah, no
YouTube,
medical
don't
advice.
Don't pull us, Kate. None of this is medical.
We're just
it's all
reading off
entertainment
the
purposes.
internet.
We're just trying to learn here. We're not telling anybody to do anything.
No.
If you want to drink Mountain Dew, you can
get after
drink
it.
Mountain Dew.
Pickle yourself. Here's how. Boom. Right here. Easy way.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we got one of our videos pulled for for medical advice. That's why we're saying that. Hopefully that freaking robot will hear me when I say that. Okay. Caffeine, I think we're all pretty familiar with that.
That's kind of interesting, though, that it's 54 milligrams per 12 U.S. fluid ounces.
Why is that interesting?
Because if you look at like other energy drinks and stuff like that, they're 3 times, 4 times that easy. That little shot I bought from Costco had 350 milligrams of caffeine in it, and it was 4 ounces. You know?
Yeah. Well, so why do you think it's lower than it should be? Is that what
no?
you're
I
saying?
think that's no. It's impressive that it is not as high as I thought it would be higher.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. So you thought it would be higher?
I thought it would be higher. Yeah.
In this, I don't know. It doesn't say how much it is in this monster, but I'm trying to see. But who knows? It has other things in it too. Okay, so sodium citrate is next, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And so this one says sodium in it too. So I wonder. So sodium citrate may refer to any of the sodium salts of citric acid, though most commonly the third, which is trisodium citrate.
Yeah.
So mono, di, or tri. The 3 forms of salt are collectively known by the E number E331. Applications in food. Sodium citrates are used as acidity regulators in food and drinks, and also as emulsifiers for oils.
Yeah.
They enable cheeses to melt without becoming greasy and also reduce the acidity of food. So they take the acidity down. So is the other one taking the acidity up?
Up, yeah.
They are generally considered safe and are designated GRAs by the FDA. What's a GRA? Can I open this in a new window?
Yeah.
Except I didn't want to do it that way.
Oh, GRA, generally recognized as safe. That's what that means.
What does that mean, though? It's the generally.
Generally, yeah.
Like you think they are or they aren't. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you think that? How did this even happen? I don't even know how I did this.
Oh, well, that page
There
that we were
go.
just on does say that it is pretty safe.
Generally recognized as safe.
As long as you're using it for its intended use.
Okay. Designation that a chemical or substance added to food is considered safe by experts under the conditions of its intended use.
So don't be boofing any of this.
So as long as you don't boof it, then it'll probably be all right then.
I like that little food, that little fork and knife cross on the camera.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It deleted all my tabs. Man, I had them all open there, but now they're all gone. You like the fork and knife on there?
Yeah, look at that bad boy. Just letting you know, food safety.
Yeah. Here, let me turn this off for a minute and see if I can get that back. I don't think I can though, because it's gone. Let's see.
Okay, you just hit the back button. Isn't there a back button?
No, because I put open in new window, right? And then I kind of swiped it away because it was bugging me that it was there. But yeah, there is no more. So let's see. Here we go. No, it is there. Okay, we're good. It did. It opened a new one. Okay, good. So, all right, I figured it out. Good.
See, we're learning together. Now we know that they have acronyms for safe.
So which one were we on?
That one.
Sodium citrate. Okay, so where were we at?
Right there at the bottom.
Okay, so blood clotting inhibitor. Sodium citrate is used to prevent donated blood from clotting in storage.
Oh.
So they're already putting it in donated blood. So how bad could it be for you?
Right.
or
well, they mix it in there so that way the blood won't clot.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit of extends its time out.
So metabolic acidosis. It has applications for the treatment of metabolic acidosis and chronic kidney disease. So it sounds like it's like some amount of medicine.
Yeah, some of it is okay for us to be ingesting.
So it sounds like this one's not that big a deal.
Right.
It sounds like the last one.
Well, this one takes care of the last one. This one, this one mellows his butt out.
Neutralizes the last one. All right, so let's see what's the next one here. We got a erythorbic acid to preserve freshness. Let's see. Okay, erythorbic acid, and I'm probably saying these wrong. I don't know how to talk. Also, that whatever it says right there is a stereoisomer. It's C5 epimer of ascorbic acid. Oh, it says vitamin C. Ascorbic acid.
Right.
Is vitamin C. It is synthesized by a reaction between methyl 2-keto-D-gluconate and sodium methoxide. It can also be synthesized from sucrose or by strains of penicillium that have been selected for this feature. It is denoted by E number E315 and is widely used as an antioxidant in processed foods. Well, what does that mean?
An antioxidant?
Yeah.
So,
or do I dare go there?
it's okay to go there, but see all those hydrogens? See all those oxygens that are on there?
Yeah.
The covalent bonds, oxygen is kind of like a slut inside of a lot of things, and so when you have these other chemicals, it's antioxidant, so the other oxygens want to join it, because a single oxygen doesn't like to hang out alone. It likes to have two with it.
So this chemical takes the oxygen atoms with it?
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Or
but it attaches to it, so that way, it can adhere either with a covalent bond.
Okay.
So you don't need a lot of heat. You don't need a lot of.
So antioxidants are compounds that inhibit oxidation,
Yep.
usually occurring as antioxidation, a chemical reaction that can produce free radicals. Antioxidation leads to degradation of organic compounds. Well, isn't that bad?
That is bad. Well, so oxygenation is bad, and so this keeps all the oxygen together, because oxygen wants to move apart, wants to go over here, play, and when the oxygen molecule leaves, then you have the carbon hanging out, or you have the hydrogen hanging out, which causes it to break down. So this keeps everyone in play.
But wouldn't this be taking oxygen away from your cells?
No.
Your cells don't they want oxygen? Isn't that why we breathe?
Well, yes and no, but this keeps everything in place. It says, "Hey, don't break down, don't fall apart." So, an antioxidant keeps everything in place. It's sticky. See all those hydrogens?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that wants to keep it all together.
All right. I'm still not sure I fully understand, but clinical trials, health effects right here. Clinical trials have been conducted to investigate aspects of the nutritional value of erythorbic acid. One such trial investigates the effects of erythorbic acid on vitamin C metabolism in young women. No effect on vitamin C uptake or clearance from the body was found. So that means it didn't do anything?
It didn't do anything.
A later study found that erythorbic acid is a potent enhancer of non-heme iron absorption. What does that mean? It makes you hold more iron?
It makes you put more oxygen on the iron.
So just like ascorbate.
Yeah.
This is thought to be due to it exerting the same iron-reducing and iron chelating activity as ascorbic acid. Neither of these reactions is mediated by an enzyme, which would confer some I don't know what these words are. Chiral selectivity. It is twice as effective as ascorbic acid in enhancing non-heme iron absorption. Americans are estimated to ingest 200 milligrams of erythorbic acid per day, making it very important in understanding iron absorption. So 200 milligrams a day, is that, what else is it in, I wonder?
It's probably in a lot of things.
Um,
But so what that's saying is that your cell and your cells in the heme groups, instead of the iron absorbing, so in your heme groups there's 4 of them. So you have the alpha, 2 alphas and 2 bravos, and when they grab oxygen, it sticks into the center where the iron is. But this allows it to stick in the hole outside of the iron in the plasma or this other part of the cell. So it allows you to carry more oxygen.
So is that good or bad?
That's good. Apparently this is good. And it still lets you have your vitamin C uptake. How about that?
So we're on the 3 ingredients we looked at. It looks like 2 of them are all right and 1 of them is bad.
One of them kind of bad. 2 are all right.
All right, let's see. Okay, the next one we got here is gum arabic.
A lot of people have a problem with this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you'll see in a second.
Okay, for chewable resin. That says to go to that. Gum arabic, gum acacia, gum sudani, whatever.
Syngroyal gum.
Yeah, and by other names, is a tree gum exuded by 2 species of Acacia sensu latu. Those words, however, the term gum arabic does not actually indicate a particular botanical source. The gum is harvested commercially from wild trees, mostly in Sudan. About 70% of the global supply, and throughout the Sahel from Senegal and Somalia. The name gum arabic was used in the Middle East at least as early as the 9th century.
Wow,
gum
shit.
Arabic. Is it gum Arabic?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Gum Arabic.
Gum Arabic first found its way to Europe via Arabic ports and retained its name of origin. Okay, so it is Arabic. So gum Arabic is a complex mixture of glycoproteins and polysaccharides.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that before.
You sure have.
Predominantly polymers of arabinos and galactose. It is soluble in water, edible, and used primarily in the food industry and soft drink industry as a stabilizer.
Yeah, so everything sticks in it.
KE number E414 or I414 in the U.S. Gum arabic is a key ingredient in traditional lithography and is used in printing, paints, glues, cosmetics, and various industrial applications, including viscosity control in inks and in textile industries. Though less expensive materials compete with it for many of these roles. So it's in paints and glues. So you're like drinking glue.
Yeah, it's sticky sugar. It is a sticky sugar.
Okay, so why do
like
they...
a tree sap.
Health benefits. Okay, gum arabic is a rich source of dietary fibers, and in addition to its widespread use in food and pharmaceutical industries as a safe thickener, emulsifier, and stabilizer, it also possesses a broad range of health benefits that have been evidently proved through several in vitro and in vivo studies. Gum arabic is not degraded in the stomach, but fermented in the large intestine into a number of short-chain fatty acids.
Oh, wow. How about that?
It is regarded as a prebiotic that enhances the growth of proliferation of the beneficial intestinal microbiota, and therefore its intake is associated with many useful health effects. These health benefits include...
all of those.
I thought you said it was bad. This is saying it's good.
I mean, it can be. Look at that.
Do you think this thing's... Do you think somebody's gone in here and...
No, but I think all the other stuff that gets stuck in it is bad. Like...
What do you mean?
Like, because so this is emulsifier, so this is like one of the ingredients that helps keep them salts together.
Yeah.
And...
So you don't have to shake your Mountain Dew.
Yeah, so you don't have to...
It doesn't
all
separate
yeah.
sitting on the shelf.
This is what keeps it together
Okay, so that's
This is the flavor saver.
all right. So the health benefits: improved absorption of calcium from the gastrointestinal tract, anti-diabetic. It's anti-diabetic. They just put some more in it, and it might counteract the sugar
Right.
diabetes. Anti-obesity, but like, I mean, I guess if you were just eating it,
Right. Well, and then there's not. Look at how much more of the other things are above it in the ingredients than to it. It doesn't take a lot to make it bind to keep the flavors good. They use it in lemonade a lot.
yeah.
Lemonade's neat. Well, this is also a citrus drink, so.
And plus, like, sugar's like the number one ingredient. Well, there is one more above this. I don't know why it's not on here, but on the bottle it says carbonated water is the first ingredient, then sugar. So sugar, your body will take those, especially since we're all pre-diabetic probably, and we're all, insulin resistant.
Yeah, insulin resistant.
So our bodies take the sugars and turn them into fats because we have so much insulin running around that our cells don't intake the sugar.
Yeah.
They just turn it into fat. That's why we're all fat. Like,
right.
So we got to stop doing this stuff. It's like cocaine. It's worse than drugs. Like seriously, I quit smoking. Like, right?
Right.
I had a harder time quitting Mountain Dew than smoking. Well, I still haven't quit.
Right.
It's crazy. Anyways.
No, the sugary drinks, like, definitely call. Like,
yeah.
I stand next to a whole warehouse of them all day. They just
Right.
say my name.
Yeah.
Drink my.
Yeah, if you go drive around, like, at a certain time in the morning, you might see, like, a pizza truck, and you might see, like, whatever, a cracker truck, but you will see, like, 10 to 20 Coke and Pepsi trucks. Like, just go drive around between, like, 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. for, like, 30 minutes.
Right.
And you should see about 10 to 20 Coke and Pepsi trucks.
Oh, yeah.
And I know this because I'm a truck driver. That's what I see them constantly, because it's like, and like in my route, I drive through, I think, about 4 Coke routes, at least 3 Coke routes, but that's just the grocery stores.
Right.
There's
yeah.
also a whole bunch more that do the
C-stores.
C-stores, all the gas stations. So there's a whole bunch of the other guys that I don't know them. So, I don't think about them because they're not in my way. Those 3 or 4 are in my way, right? So, somebody's online. Oh, Apathetic It.
Hey, good morning.
They do call his name. I've heard them. I don't know.
Oh, the pops.
The what?
The pop. When I'm in the back
what
room,
do you do?
the pop is calling me, drink us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes out of your mouth? Is that what it is? You're walking around being like, drink us. Apathetic. It's like, oh, he's talking to himself
That
again.
guy's crazy. Yeah.
All right, so it's an antioxidant activities here. It says lipid lowering potential. Is the lipid the bad cholesterol, or because it says lipid lowering?
A lipid is a fat.
Okay, gum arabic decreases total cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride.
Yeah, so you do need the triglycerides, though.
All right, antioxidant. Well, it's kidney and liver support, immune function via modulate. So it sounds like it's not super bad for you.
Not terrible,
It's in M&Ms.
but it does hold stuff together.
All right, so that one's not bad. So basically, we're 3 out of 4 of these weird ingredients that we don't know what they are. 3 out of 4 aren't that bad or maybe good for you, and 1 isn't, right?
Right. I got one kind of bad one, a little bit hot, a little spicy,
Yeah.
and then the rest are just kind of like to hold it together, hold them together.
All right. The next one, sodium calcium editate. It does say, it says right here, EDTA on the bottle, but it looks like it also says it down in here too.
Right.
So we're on the right thing. It's also known as editate calcium disodium.
Right.
Among other names, is a medication primarily used to treat lead poisoning. Oh, that's interesting. Including both short-term and long-term lead poisoning. Sodium calcium etitate came into the medical use in the United States in 1953.
So that goes back to things that want to attract things, osmosis, right? And the covalent bonds, because certain elements like to hang out with certain elements, right? Like they gravitate towards each other. Oxygen always wants to have a friend. He's pretty hanging outable with a lot of things. But when oxygen shows up, sometimes he makes rust happen, you know?
Yeah.
But if you have all that lead inside you, because lead loves to live in our soft tissue, like our brain and stuff like that, and to pull them out, you need all the things that would want. Lead wants to follow.
So lead would attach to
lead would attach to that.
And then you somehow
poop it out.
Yeah, secrete it. However, okay. So what's chelation? Chelation agent. Looks like we need to look up that word because I don't know what that means. Let's see. Chelation. I'll just do it.
Okay.
Okay. Chelation therapy is a medical procedure that uses chemicals to remove heavy metals and other substances from the body. So what you just described is chelation therapy, where they give you something and it attaches to the lead. The lead attaches to it, and then you secrete it.
Secrete it, yeah. Urinary tract.
Okay, so we
bowels.
don't need to read that. Medical use. Its primary use is to treat lead poisoning, so it just kind of says the same thing again, it looks like. Side effects include pain at the site of injection. Other side effects may include kidney problems, diarrhea, fever, muscle pains, and low blood pressure. Benefits when needed in pregnancy are likely greater than the risks. Okay, so it's not like maybe the other things aren't good for you either, but we didn't read down that far.
Right. Well, I mean...
Or it doesn't say on Wikipedia, but...
It would... But you look right there, that's where...
Here's your...
yeah, yep.
Whatever that
and see how they all like to hang out? And that's what the N positive and the Na positive and the Na positive on this side, that's what attracts the lead to it.
All right.
And then the CaO2 side, that's what it would attach to your water, so you'd urinate that out. That to your urea and your kidneys to urinate that out.
So it sounds like we might need to learn. I might need to learn chemistry to fully understand this. Basically, is what you're saying, right?
Chemistry helps a lot, quite a bit.
Yeah, I need to get into that. Okay, so let's see. What one were we just on? This one? Because we got to read this. It says label claims to protect flavor. However, its purpose, more accurately stated, is to prevent benzene formation by chelating the metal ions present in water.
Oh, okay, that's clever. So remember...
so it's attaching itself to metal in the water? No,
but yes, kind of. So the sodium benzenate, remember at the top, to preserve the freshness? When you read through that one can be changed into benzene easily.
Okay.
Where you separate the salt and then create benzene. So that calcium, the EDTA, it prevents that from separating. So that ingredient is just to keep the benzene together, the sodium benzenite together.
All right.
So its job is there so it doesn't separate either. So it's like the gum. It's also another binding.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy.
So it says right here, so by chelating the metal ions present in water that can act as catalysts in the reaction between sodium benzenate and erythorbic acid. So it keeps those two separated by keeping sodium benzenate together.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps at the either end, the Na and the C side of that molecule. The Na side is what's going to keep the sodium together, and then the other side is what's going to keep it binded with aerobic acid.
All right, I see. Okay, so so that's what it does, but is it good for us?
Probably not.
Sounds like they use it as a treatment for lead poisoning, but that doesn't really mean that. like we should just be drinking it all the time.
No,
right?
I mean to have something inside your pop to keep your pop from its flavor separating and.
Yeah, but it's not even flavor. Like sodium bentonate preserves freshness, so
Right.
that's a preservative. So it's to keep the preservative from fighting with what was the other one? Uric acid.
Yeah.
Erythorbic acid, which also preserves freshness. So it's keeping two preservatives away from
fighting
other.
each other. Yeah. Which probably would break down the citric acid and the natural flavors and the concentrated orange juice. It'd probably, because the concentrated orange juice is theoretically has organic matter in it.
Yeah. So why do we need preservatives in it? Is that so that the stuff doesn't expire?
So it doesn't break it
so
down.
like-
So it doesn't break all of itself down. It's not just randomly.
And so basically the reason we need that is because we need such a massive amount of this stuff.
Yes.
We can't, it makes it so it's not perishable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we are able to like push milk out pretty fast. Like
Right.
maybe they could do that with soda, and milk is way cheaper than soda. I mean, it's interesting.
Right.
But all right. Okay, so brominated vegetable oil. Now, I think this one isn't good for you, right? Like that's what I've heard. Do you know or
Let's
no?
see what it
All right,
says.
brominated vegetable oil is a complex mixture of plant-derived triglycerides that have been modified by atoms of the element bromine bonded to the fat molecules. Brominated vegetable oil has been used to help emulsify citrus-flavored beverages. So what is emulsify?
Emulsify is melting together.
Okay, so it mixes them together.
Yeah, but it's things that don't want to be together. So emulsification is
so like oil and water.
Oil and water,
So
yeah.
like Dawn is an emulsifier
Yes,
of
yep.
oil and water.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Okay. So especially soft drinks, preventing them from separating during distribution. So like we said, it's like, you get your natural peanut butter.
right.
And it's got like a bunch of oil on the top
Oh,
because
yeah.
they don't put that whatever in it to emulsify
To emulsify
I guess.
it. Yep, that's true.
Mix it together. But your other peanut butter doesn't do that.
Because it has
'Cause
super
it has the
emulsifiers in
stuff
it.
in it.
Has the acid in it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. Brominated vegetable oil has been used by the soft drink industry since 1931, generally at a level of about 8 ppm. I'm assuming that means parts per million.
Yeah, parts per million.
Several countries have banned use of BVO in food and drink products because of the potential for adverse health effects in humans. So now we're getting down to the
Right. This
to
is the cat's meow
bad
right
one.
here.
careful control of the type of oil used allows bromination of it to produce BVO with a specific density of 1.33 gallons per milliliter or grams per milliliter.
Right,
Yes,
grams per milliliter.
I don't know that fancy metric stuff there. It's America over here. Which I probably wouldn't know
Right.
the American one either. Okay, which is 33% greater than water, 1 gram per milliliter. As a result, it can be mixed with less dense flavoring agents such as citrus oil to produce an oil which matches the density of water or other products. The droplet containing BVO remains suspended in the water rather than separating and floating to the surface. I forgot to say too, hopefully you guys all know this is all off of Wikipedia. I pretty much did all of this off of there. So alternative food additives used for the same purpose include sucrose acetate, isobutyrate, and glycerol ester of wood rosin, ester gum. Is that what they put in Big Macs? It's like 70% meat and 30% that. Similar iodinated oils have been used as contrast agents and for I can't say these words. You're gonna have to read that one. I don't know. Anyways, so it says here, in the United States, BVO was designated in 1958 as generally recognized as safe. So that was the GRAS thing.
GRAS,
right?
yeah.
But this was withdrawn by the by the FDA in 1970. 1970.
20 years later.
What the crap, man? The U.S. Code of Federal Regulations imposed restrictions on the use of BVO as a food additive in the United States, limiting the concentration to 15 parts per million. The amount of free fatty acids to 2.5%, and the iodine value to 16. BVO is one of the 4 substances that the FDA has defined as interim food additives. So they know it's not bad. Oh, look at this. An online petition at change.org asking PepsiCo to stop adding BVO to Gatorade and other products collected over 200,000 signatures by January 2013. The petition pointed out that since Gatorade is sold in countries where BVO is not approved, there was already an existing formulation without this ingredient. PepsiCo announced in January 2013 that it would no longer use BVO in Gatorade, just Mountain Dew. It doesn't say that. I added that. On May 5th, 2014, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo said they would remove BVO from their products. As early as 2020, both companies have stopped using BVO in all their products. Why does it say that? It says that they've stopped using it, but it says it's in here.
But it says it's in there.
Is this an old list? Hold on, I'm looking on the bottle now.
Oh no, but if you look, read down.
Yeah, it's not on here. So the list we got off the internet is old.
Okay, good. Whew.
Sorry, everybody. So that's the bad one, and it's not in Mountain Dew anymore. So
right on.
Apparently. Okay, what Apathetics said, it doesn't say they permanently stopped using it.
Yeah.
Well, they did. I am holding a Mountain Dew bottle, but I don't know if you were here for the beginning of this, but I stole this list off the internet so I wouldn't have to type it all out. But the other ones were on here. I kind of went through it to make sure, but I didn't go that far down. So that's my bad. So Yellow 5 is on here. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for tuning in too. Right on.
Yeah, we're podcasting every day.
Boom! Thumbs up to you.
Tyler's probably not going to be on them.
Not every day.
And tomorrow's is going to be really short because
right.
I have a long day tomorrow. But okay, Yellow 5. So I typed in Yellow 5, and it came up with this other thing called tartrazine. Tartrazine.
Right.
Which it says. By the way, what is the apathetic kit? Does he work for Pepsi?
No, he's just a regular dickhead like I am.
Oh, he works for Smith's?
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be funny if we're sitting here roasting. Okay, tartrazine is a synthetic lemon yellow azo dye, primarily used as a food coloring. It is also known as number E102.
Right.
So there's the little dealio there. A lot of other big words. Tartrazine is a commonly used coloring agent all over the world, mainly for yellow. It can also be used with brilliant blue or green to produce various green shades. It serves as a dye for wool and silks, a colorant in food, drugs, and cosmetics, and an absorption elution indicator for chloride estimations in biochemistry. So was discovered in 1884 by Swiss chemist Johann Henrik Ziegler, who developed the yellow azo dye in the laboratories of the something, the CIBA. This was patented and produced in Germany by BASF in 1885. The process was first presented in 1887. Let's see. Yeah, they did some other things and stuff. Okay, foods. Many foods contain it in various proportions, depending on the manufacturer or person preparing the food. When in food, tartrazine is typically labeled as color tartrazine or E102, depending on the jurisdiction and the applicable labeling laws. products containing tartrazine commonly include processed chemical foods that have an artificial yellow or green color, or that consumers expect to be brown or creamy looking.
Right.
It has been frequently used in bright yellow coloring of imitation lemon filling in baked goods. So the following is a list of foods that contain it. So it says beverages, soft drinks, energy drinks.
Right.
Personal care and cosmetic products. So it's in soaps. Looks like cosmetics is eyeshadow, blush, medications. Various medications include tartrazine to give a yellow, orange, or green hue to a liquid capsule, pill, lotion, or gel. So it's in like all sorts of things, not just soda.
Right.
Potential health effects on humans. Let's see. So the prevalence of tartrazine intolerance is estimated at 360,000 U.S. citizens affected, less than 0.12% of the general population. According to the FDA, tartrazine causes hives in fewer than that amount of people,
Right.
1 in 10,000. It is not clear how many individuals are sensitive or intolerant to tartrazine, so you could be allergic to it, basically. Asthma. Tartrazine has been suspected of exacerbating asthma, but medical evidence does not confirm this.
So it can make it worse if you got asthma. If you're drinking a dew,
Well,
you might need to hit the inhaler.
It's weird because it says it's been suspected of it, but it says medical evidence does not confirm this, so they don't know.
Right.
There's no, it's just been suspected. Food intolerance and ADHD-like behavior. Tartrazine is one of the various food colors said to cause food intolerance and ADHD-like behavior in children. So if you give your kids the Mountain Dew, they get all jacked up on
They
Mountain
get all
Dew.
jacked up and they don't want to eat nothing.
It is possible that certain food colorings may act as a trigger in those who are genetically predisposed, but the evidence for this effect is weak.
Read that next part right there.
Reproductive. Rumors began circulating. Yeah, I remember this. Rumors began circulating about tartrazine in the 90s regarding a link to its consumption, specifically its use in Mountain Dew, and alleged adverse effects on male erectile male erectile function, testicle and penis size, and sperm count. The rumors are likely began as a result of an in vitro study showing an effect on estrogen receptors.
Oh, wow. How about that?
However, this effect was disproven later in vivo studies. Tartrazine may have a reproductive effect at extremely high dosages. However, it has no reproductive effect at the levels found in one food product. So
there we go. Put
doesn't
to bed.
do it.
Doesn't do it.
You heard it here. Well, now we finally know.
Boom.
After all these years, we know now that it wasn't
Yellow
Mountain
5
Dew.
is okay. If you got a small wang, you had it from the beginning.
Yeah, Canada. Tartrazine is listed as a permitted food coloring in Canada. The majority of prepackaged foods are limited to list all ingredients, including all food additives such as color. Well, we're not
There
in
we
Canada.
have it.
United States requires the presence of tartrazine to be declared on food and drug products. So, and also color batches to be pre-approved by the FDA. As part of these regulations, the FDA requires that the precaution section of prescription drug labels include the warning statement. This product contains FD&C yellow number 5 tartrazine, which may cause allergic type reactions, including bronchial asthma and certain susceptible persons. In certain susceptible
Right.
persons, although the overall incidence of FD&C yellow number 5 tartrazine sensitive in the general population is low. It is frequently seen in patients who also have aspirin hypersensitivity. So you could be allergic to it, but other than that, it doesn't really seem like it's affecting anybody.
No, unless you're already weak.
At least according to the Wikipedia.
Right, yes.
So, 3D printing. Tartrazine has been found as a biocompatible photo blocker for generating transparent hydrogels with complex inner structures.
Wow, how about
I
that?
don't know what that means. But all right, it must have something to do with the UV printers,
Yeah.
with the resin printers. Which I don't know that much about. I have a regular printer, but
Right.
not that one. Okay, so besides the BVO, the brominated vegetable oil was pretty bad, but it's not in there anymore.
Right.
But it only came out in 2014.
Hey,
You know
Mama
what I mean?
Matters.
So who knows? Like, basically, when did I started drinking Mountain Dew in like 2003 or earlier. So I was drinking it for 10 years, 11 years with the BVO.
Right.
Anyways, well, it's 3:16, so I guess we better call it a day. But thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. Heck yeah.
Hopefully that was informative, and yeah, Maddie's up there slacking. I gotta go get him back on track. Hopefully that was informative. Out. Don't drink Mountain Dew anymore. It's not good for you.
Get the agua on.
Even without all those like 13 syllable ingredients, the main one at the top here, high fructose corn syrup, is not good for you. So
yeah,
probably. I guess we could have gone through that one.
That's the one we need to go through. How they make it.
We need to have our own its own episode dedicated to high fructose corn syrup.
Do beer next.
Do beer. All right, maybe on Monday we'll do beer.
See, heck yeah. Boom.
Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.
Peace. Tune in.